What's going on, warriors? Welcome back to another episode from Reach and Recovery. I'm your host, Baron, and today we're going to tackle the question, was your narcissist cheating? Let's jump straight into it. Prepare yourselves. Yes! I need you to understand something. These narcs out here narking. And cheating is a fundamental value of their disorder. It's at the core of their being. And it's not just cheating physically. They're cheating you out of everything you hold near and dear to your heart. See, I need you to understand something. The narc has an insidious goal. That goal is to break you down to a point that's at their level or beneath them. Because when they first met you, they saw your power, they saw your poise, they saw your potential, and they were like, man, I can't have that. Your very existence challenges my false self. You're a living contradiction to the person that I'm pretending to be. That narc, they make it up in their mind. All right, I'm gonna infiltrate your life, and then I'm gonna extract as much from you that I can to start breaking you down to a point that's unrecognizable. That extraction process, that's them getting supply. A lot of you already know what that supply is, but the supply is whatever they need to validate their false self. And there's two types of supply. There's positive supply and there's negative supply. Positive supply is your love, your admiration. That comes more during the love bomb phase, the idealization phase, or the phases in between abuses. Positive supply is good, but it's nowhere near as potent as negative supply. They get high off negative supply. Negative supply is the things that really hurt you deep down to your core. The lying, stealing, cheating, the outright abuse. This is the stuff that gives them life. It provides sustenance to their rotten soul. And they know that betrayal is the truest form of heartbreak. So they plan it. Yes, they plan it. The love bomb phase isn't just to get your positive supply. It's also to garner your trust, to lay the foundation for the cheating that's to come. I said to come, not may happen, not might happen. It's definitely coming. They'll even go out of their way to solidify their position against it. It's crazy. But the narcissist will go out of their way to tell you, I've never cheated on any other partner before. I would leave before I go out and cheat. Some of them be bold enough to be standing before you in the altar, reading vows about faithfulness, but at the same time looking up the bridesmaids or the groomsmen. These people are foul, trifling, sick individuals. They don't even look at sex the same way we look at sex. To them, sex is more like an activity, like strolling in the park or going to the gym. There's no emotional connection. There's no loyalty. There's no love connected to it. But they know we're the complete opposite. That's what makes it so easy for them to plan the betrayal. And these people so sick, they giddy. They happy in preparation for the hurt that is about to cause you. Some of y'all already got this, but I can tell some of y'all need me to go a little bit deeper. So let's jump into supply. Let's talk about how stale that positive supply gets. Your love, your admiration, it gets tiresome to the narcissist. It gets old. They already know they're one of the best people on the planet. So it's expected from you, especially if you gave them a title, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. Now all that positive stuff is an expectation from you. You one of the peons, and they look down on you. That's what you're supposed to do. So now, not only do they expect it, they don't even appreciate it anymore. That positivity you're bringing to the table no longer has the same value to them. So then they need a shift. They want fresh, new positive supply from someone else. All leading up to the grand finale, where they get that fresh hit of negative supply from you. And they go to break you down completely. Now, this is when their true self starts to emerge. Because now that fake person that was hiding behind the mask, they can start bringing more and more of their ugly self out. More and more of their self out to the surface. Because when they already have a primary supply hooked, that's you, or it was you, depending on your situation. When they come at the secondary supply, they can be just as ugly and nasty as they need to be. They take their manipulation and deceit footage to the next level because now they can be bold. There's some people out there, and I'm just be vulgar, they just DTF. They don't care about your situation. They don't care about what you're going through. They just want hookups. And narcissists, oh, they love these people because they ain't got to fake nothing. They can just walk up to them at a bar, company function, picnic, and tell it just like it is. I just want to hook up. They ain't even got to go into detail about what they got going on at home. And they set up times and places. I need you to understand something at that part too, because most of these narcs go both ways. I need you to hear that, because it don't matter where they're getting the supply from, as long as they're getting the supply. So their range is wide. Same sex, different sex, old, young. There's no limitations to it. Then there's another subset of people. This subset of people, they can coax into cheating. These are usually friends of the narcissist that aren't too familiar with you. They may know of you, but they don't really kick it with you like that. These people can be friends, family, co-workers, whoever, but it's whoever's giving the narcissist their ear and not you. And this is why these people can be tricked, because they're only getting one side of the story. So the narcissist can lay the seeds of infidelity. They can start telling them how bad you're treating them, which is not true. How rocky the relationship is, which is not true. How much they're hurting and how they need to be cared for. You see how they groom that person to start cheating with them? And the reason they like these people so much is that grooming process not only starts them cheating, but it starts building an emotional connection. So they become a secondary supply that when stuff hits the fan, they can upgrade to primary. But there's another subset of people that they like just as much, but for a different reason. These are the people that have morals. They like these people because they essentially serve as a mini version of you. They'll come out them straight lying through their teeth. Won't even tell them they're in a relationship, but tell them, I'm single, but I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for anything serious right now. These are the people where they get into these pseudo relationships. They have these sexual encounters. The other person is starting to build emotional attractions, getting love and admiration from them, and then they drop them. They ghost them without warning. So it's like a quick version of what you're about to go through. So they get to experience all that positive and negative energy in a quick little burst right before they get the big stuff from you. But wait, there's more. Because with the advent of technology, narcissists don't even have to try to go out and find people these days. They're right online. They're right on the smartphone. And I'm not talking about dating apps. Dating apps, depending on which one you use, hey, whatever floats your boat. There are other, more devious apps out there, more devious websites. There's hookup websites where the people just go on there. Sometimes the profile picture is just their privates and their genitals, talking about what they want to do and what they're going to do to you. Quick hit. Just scroll through and pick the one you want. Some of these websites got the escorts and the prostitution online. Scroll through, pick what you want, this is how much it costs, come get it. Some of these websites are specifically geared towards married couples looking to cheat. I'm not gonna go ahead and put names out there, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And the sad thing is the clientele is so versatile, so deep, that these companies are profitable. These websites are profitable, full of narcs, full of just distorted people, just willing to do any and everything. I said all that to say the underbelly of this thing is ugly. And that's what the narc is going to resort to tear your emotions up, to make that betrayal stain for a lifetime. The narcissist is out here doing stuff to make sure that betrayal hurts you on the deepest level possible. And get this, they want you to find out about it. They want that hurt to be made public. Because while the narcissist was out there doing their dirt during the cheating phase, they was having fun, but that fun is going to pale in comparison to them being able to soak in your heartache, your heartbreak when you find out about what they've been doing. That negative supply, that hit you about to give them, is going to give them a high that when they think about it, it's going to last them into old age. That's how twisted this narcissist is. Think about it like some of these reality TV shows. The Real Housewives, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Love and Hip Hop. There's so many of them out there to name. My narc used to like watching a lot of them, and I couldn't understand why. Because that was all the same. You had the introduction, they was going throughout doing something dirty. Then they found out about the thing that was dirty, and the grand finale is that everybody's an all emotional, fighting, screaming, hollering. But that was the most exciting part of the show. And these shows out here have several seasons, multiple spinoffs. And then I started paying attention to that plot and understanding why the narc liked watching it so well. Those shows were the life they wanted. It was a mini version of the life they wanted. They start the love bomb phase, do something dirty. The dirty thing gets found out. It gets brought to light. and there's all this fighting, hoopla, hollering, all that excitement at the end. That's the negative supply they're receiving. All the joy that they're getting from that negative supply. So now understood why the narc watched it. So have no doubt in your mind, the narcissist wants you to find out about the cheating. That's what leads to the grand finale of the thing. Whether they do it unconsciously or consciously, they're doing things to make you question their fidelity and start looking into what's happening in that relationship. You'll start to notice that your narcissist either doesn't want to have sex anymore, they've lost their libido, or they got this renewed, supercharged libido that came out of nowhere. They may have a new, renewed focus on their physical appearance, out there going getting new lingerie, hitting the gym harder than they ever did, and you're wondering, hey, what's fueling this? They may start to get super guarded with their phone, taking it with them everywhere, making sure they're hiding the screen, got new passwords and everything. The whole behavior switches up. They're more moody, you don't know what to expect, and there's more time away from the house or away from you that's unexplained. All of this which leads you to question, hey, something is going wrong here. Something ain't right with my relationship. And that'll lead you to investigate, and the proof won't be hard to find. And when you find that evidence, when you find that proof of the betrayal, it's going to hurt you. I don't care how strong you are as a woman. I don't care how macho you are as a man. The narcissist goes out there and they have a tailor-made betrayal strategy to hurt you specifically. See, at the front of this thing, they find out your likes, your dislikes, and what's really going to sting if it happened to you. So once the narc knows what it is, they'll make sure to go out and do it. They'll make sure to go out and sleep with a close friend, sleep with a family member. They'll make sure to go out and have a whole nother family on the side with kids and everything. Some of these female narcs out here got guys raising kids that are not even their own. I'm not talking about a stepdaddy situation. Ain't nothing wrong with stepdaddy. I'm talking about with the lying and cheating was up front. They know the child is not theirs, but have them raising them as if their own. That child knows only this man as their father. And they're just waiting for the prime moment to put that information out there and damage both of them. That's how sick this narcissistic betrayal thing is. It's planned to cause you pain, and they want to bask in the glory of your pain and heartache. Pay attention to when you find out and when you start to approach that narc about it. They're going to want to have that conversation in person. Not over the phone, not via text. They want to sit across from you and look you in the eyes to see the aftermath of that heartbreak. Pay attention to the conversation you had. There was no remorse. There was no empathy. They didn't say sorry for what they did. Some of them are even bold enough to look you in the eye and say things that escalate the conversation. Say stuff they know that's going to piss you off. They know that's going to make you angrier. And if you break down in a rage, if you break down crying, when you look across at them, there's no emotion. But what you got to understand is there is emotion. They're just hiding it. There's pure orgasmic pleasure on their end from what they did to you. You may see it come across as a little smirk in their mouth that they try to hide real quick by dropping their face. But they are extremely happy to see you hurt. They're so giddy because they're thinking to themselves, look what I did to them. They thought they were so powerful. They thought they had so much potential. Look how I broke them down. And they just soak it up and they bask in it. Just loving every second of it. I don't know if you stick around, you'll get to see how well they sleep that night. While you're up, tossing, turning, in pain, they're sleeping like a baby, having the best sleep they ever had. Because their plan has come to fruition and they're satisfied. But for you, nothing is going to get resolved right then. You're going to hurt and you're going to have to process your hurt alone. But in due time, you will process it. You will heal. You will rejuvenate. But understand this, that narc ain't done with you. And they'll be back around for the Hoover. They'll be back around for season 2 of your reality show. And now that you've been given this information, it's up to you to decide if you want to cancel that series or keep it going. I'm going to end it right here. Y'all got the bulk of everything you need. If you made it to this point, please like so we can share this message to anybody else that may be hurting or dealing with this. I thank y'all for this time of conversation. I love you. And until the next video, peace.